the name of the Father, in the name of the Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. So today I want to come to you guys and talk to you and really give you some info on why modern, day or just relationships in general, why the percentage is so high of why marriages and relationships fail, right? So the number one thing I want to talk about is the lack of communication between you and your partner, you know, or partners in general that have failed. So you got expressing your needs. A lot of times we have in relationships, you got people who don't express what they want. They'll sit there and think that their partner can read their mind, and that's just not the case. I'm not brainiac. I can't. We can't read your minds. So if it's something that you need specifically or is something that you want, tell your partner. Don't pout, sit there, or if you're a man, don't be silent expecting your partner or your woman to know what you want. You have to speak. Another thing, you have to be a good listener when you're in a relationship. You know, you have to listen to what your woman or what your man needs, or if they are expressing what they need, you have to be a good listener. You know, you got to be quick to listen and not speak. That's why you have two ears and one mouth. Empathize. Same thing with listen actively. You have to put yourself in the other person's shoes when they're communicating. You have to consider their feelings. You can't just think about yourself. You have to think about the other person's feeling as well. You know, that's how you can improve your communication and being a good listener. We have a verse in the Bible, James chapter 1 verse 19. It says, understand this, my dear brothers and sisters, you must be all quick to listen and slow to speak and slow to get angry. You have to listen to your partner. You have to. It's important for man and the woman. Another one, another reason why a lot of relationships and marriages fail is forgiveness. No one's perfect, not even your partner. We have this unrealistic expectation that your partner is supposed to be perfect. He's not supposed to make mistakes or she's not supposed to make mistakes. That's unrealistic. It's not true. Your partner is human just like you. They're going to do things, say things that they don't mean to, and they are human. You have to give grace. You have to give your partner forgiveness. You have to forgive your partner. And the Bible verse to help with this is Colossians chapter 3, verse 13. It says, make allowance for each other's faults and forgive anyone who offends you. Remember, the Lord forgave you, so you must forgive others. So if the Lord can forgive you, why can't you forgive your partner, your spouse, right? Even so, it says you must forgive your other people 70 times over. You can't hold on to what the other person or what your partner has done, because when you do that, it creates bitterness and resentment towards your partner when you hold that against them and don't forgive them, right? Another reason why most relationships and marriages fail is impossible expectations. You have social media. Social media is really promoted this as well. It's like they're expecting so much from, like, just unrealistic expectations, um you know expect your partner to never let you down. You expect your partner to always come through. You expect your partner to be this perfect person when they're not. You are human and your partner is as well. Your partner is going to make mistakes. You make mistakes. So you can't hold your partner to this unrealistic expectation, because if you do, you're going to let yourself down every single time. And then you're going to think, or if I go to somebody else, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. It is going to be an ongoing cycle of just, what's the word? It's going to be an ongoing cycle of just unmet expectations because they're just unrealistic. What else? You expect to sell effortlessly without conflict. A lot of people think that a relationship is, you're not going to argue, you're not going to have any conflict, you're not going to bump heads with each other. I mean, of course, when you are in a relationship, you two are teammates. You two are supposed to work together as a team. But you're going to have times when you have a disagreement or when you have conflict. But it's between you two guys on how you handle those conflicts. a marriage and a relationship is not based on two perfect people. It's based on two imperfect people and how they handle conflict. That's how it works. That's how a healthy relationship is built. You don't find a relationship, you build it, right? And there is no such thing as a perfect partner or the one. There is no such thing as that. It's not meant to be found. It's meant to be created. You create that one that the one you create that with your partner. When you go through ups and downs and you figure it out, you see each other's imperfections and you fall in love with each other even more when you see them through the imperfections. This is the biggest one that a lot of people don't understand. This is why a lot of relationships and marriages fail is unresolved family dynamics that resurface in romantic relationships, right? For example, if you have a wound from your childhood of abandonment, you tend to, it tends to resurface in your relationship. You can tend to be real dependent on your partner. You can depend on your partner to bring you happiness when you should be having you should have that happiness within and not from your partner. Another thing, it could be, with abandonment, you could, shut down or stonewall because you're used to people leaving you. And then you can really hurt your partner doing that. Another thing is like with childhood abandonment, you always threaten to leave because you think that person is going to leave you first. And you think you're just unlovable. It's a lot more stuff to it, but your childhood is really important. And it's like, if you haven't had the best childhood, if you haven't had a loving mother, a loving father, or if you were abandoned, or if you got the wound of rejection, the wound of mistrust, the wound of anything, you have to do the inner work and heal. Because if you don't, you're going to carry that cycle towards your partner, and put that towards your partner. And you don't want that. You want a healthy relationship. You want to change the future. You want to change the cycle. You want to break the cycle because you don't want the same thing you experienced as a child for your children, right? You want to change that. So, you know, I just want to make this world a better place, and hopefully this helped you out. And I just pray that you really do the inner work and you really want to build that healthy relationship. Remember, a healthy relationship is built, it's not found. You build it with your partner, you create it with your partner.